Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Derrick here, again with another video. Today we are in the garage and we are just going to do a quick oil change. Alright, so I just dipped into the manual here, talking about brake fluid right here. It's .4, obviously, Motorcraft High Performance Motor Vehicle Brake Fluid. In addition to that, we have the 5W30 Premium Synthetic Blend Motor Oil. Also a bunch of different other types of oil for Canada and for the US. It's a total of 5.7 quarts. So I only have 5 quarts, so we'll see if that's enough or not, or if I have to go back and get another quart and fill it up and check the dipstick. This is the Bosch ST3330. This cost about $7. And here we have the Valvoline full synthetic 5W30. And these are 2 other items. This was $3. This is so when we take the oil out, it can drip right into here. And this is sort of, you know, you can really, you don't have to buy one of these. You can actually just use like a laundry detergent thing or something like that. But I just have this so that I can recycle the oil. And after I fill it up in here, I'll pour it into here. And this is 10 quarts, so this will be plenty for the Focus ST. And ratchet and a T20 Torx bit to get the undercarriage out, and then you need preferably, 2 jacks and a jack. I lifted mine up to about the third line on the jack stands, and yeah, I got plenty of clearance to get to there, and I have a 16mm bolt or socket wrench to open up the actual valve. So let's get to it. So this is what I'm looking at underneath here. If you slide under here, and if you're claustrophobic, you probably shouldn't be doing this. So this is your oil pan here. It looks like it's been leaking a little bit of oil, or at least whoever emptied it out sort of left it or didn't clean it off too well. Also, usually you have to replace these bolts here. I usually change it out every now and then, or every other oil change. So basically the 16mm will fall right here, and other cars have a better location for this, but the oil filter is right here. There's usually an actual tool that you can use to actually loosen this, but we'll just use our plain old muscles. So let's get to it. Oh, and make sure whenever you loosen this, you put the oil pan underneath it so you don't spill everywhere. Also, when you are emptying the oil, see that right there? That's when you're emptying it out, it actually gets better flow. In addition to that, you should also warm your car up a little bit. Make sure that the oil's a little warm so that it comes out quicker than it would if it wasn't warm. Alright, the way to do this, there's a secret way to do this apparently. And that's to loosen it up slowly, and then eventually it'll just pour out. But once it comes out, just move your hand outwards from it. So away from it. Here it comes, and it's going super far. And as it lessens, you have to adjust it too. And right underneath it, it actually drips down right here, so watch out for that also. And obviously don't turn on the car. And yeah, just let it sit for like a good, what is it? It's like 5 minutes. Currently changing that oil. Got a track day tomorrow. Ooh yeah, it's grimy. Oh, it's filling up towards this. Ah, I got my nut all oily shit. Most like AutoZones or O'Reilly's will recycle oil. So here we go, we have our disposal. Okay, nice and carefully. I'll take this back to them tomorrow and they'll recycle this, and then I'll use it again for my next round. Alright, we have our oil filter out, and what I'm doing is actually, this is filled up with a little bit of oil. I'm actually dabbing the bottom portion of this in there, because it says you're actually supposed to fill this up with a little bit of oil, and you can just get it lubricated is what you want to get it. And after that, you want to tighten that 16mm bolt. And also, this thing is actually pretty difficult to get out. You have to get the right angle, or maybe I'm just weak, who knows. But it's kind of difficult to get out, and it's not in the ideal place to get it out. So just be wary of that. You could use an actual tool that grips onto here and actually pulls it out fairly easily. But that in itself, getting it up into this spot up here, is kind of difficult. So just be wary of that. It might take you like a couple minutes trying to wiggle it out. Alright, moving on to that really fun part. Oil away. Lift this thing up. Yeah, this you have to be patient with. Just don't rush it like I was trying to. And yeah, just be patient. Okay, so what I just did was basically turn the car on, then turn the car off, and then ran the car for a little while. So I'm looking underneath the car right now to make sure that nothing's leaking. And now I will finally put this pan back on. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.